Hey, what's up? This is your girl Diamond. So Oprah's life class today was you become what you believe. We've heard all these themes from the book The Secret. Any spiritual teaching talks about it as far as the energy that you put out. You know, you reap what you sow is in the Bible. The karma, all of that kind of stuff. What you put out, you get back. That whole principle is something that is in a lot of spiritual beliefs. When they started and they were talking about, if you go out in the world and think that everybody is against you and blah, 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 you're going to react and act like that. And my first thought, I don't feel I'm a cynic, but I am a person that likes to be in a real place, in a real thought process and that kind of deal. The first thing that I wrote down was, let me read it. I just saw a video about a guy in an office. I just linked you guys to him. A guy in an office who saw a trans woman coming in to interview for a job with confidence. Obviously, she was obviously a trans woman, but she was confident enough to not be in her house sulking and feeling like the world is against her. She was coming to get a job and to interview for the job that they called her for. The confidence of coming in and knowing that she was not passable, because I'm sure she knew what she looked like when she looked in the mirror that day when she came to work. Coming to the job with confidence, knowing that I have the qualities to fulfill this position. And the guy says that the people in the office ridiculed her behind her back during and after the interview. So, my question was, what do you do when the thought pattern that you have is true? Like myself, people discriminate. People can be negative towards a trans woman. If you're African American, look, people are gonna say, "Oh, get off that slavery stuff." This ain't about slavery. This is about what's going on today in our justice system and in our world. There are people who discriminate against you. If you come to buy a house and they won't show it to an African American because they don't want African Americans in the neighborhood. I have seen it. They've done it. Tests and anonymous things over the phone. You've seen it. There are situations, not all situations, but there are situations when you can be discriminated against, and discrimination is a reality. So when those things are an actual reality, when I go out here and tell a person that I'm a transgender person, it can stop me from getting things. When that pattern, that thought process is a reality. How do you maneuver in reality as well as in positive beliefs? Because I do believe in positive beliefs, but I do believe in reality too. So how do you, I asked that question. Y'all talk about as positive as I can think. Oh, I'm a transgender woman and I'm worth it and I'm deserving and I can get this job, da 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 da. If they know that I'm a trans woman, no matter how much, blah, 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 blah. If these people are going to discriminate against me or they have some kind of preconceived notions about me being a trans, they can stop me from getting the job. And that's the reality of the situation. So how do you maneuver in life in reality of the situation and the positive belief of I can do this? Or I can be this. I think it's important, like I said, for us to just do it. Just do it. If you don't believe that the blessing is there for you, then you won't be on the path to it. That's as simple as that. The opportunities for Isis King, The opportunities for Renee Richards in tennis. The opportunities for Amanda Simpsons in the Department of Commerce. All these people are trans people who were on the path to be in these groundbreaking positions, have these titles, have these moments that were unexpected to come into their life, and they fulfill those positions. They had to be on the path to the blessing in order to get those. Though the reality of the situation was these opportunities are rare, but you have to be in the situation in order to make it happen, in order to, see it come. So to me, it's about forcing yourself to get past the fear of that thought pattern. Even if you know that that is out there, or that that negativity is a possibility, get past the fear. Face it head on. Yes, that lady was, talked about and blah, 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 blah at that job interview. But the next one, it might not be that. And the next trans person that come in, because TJ's vlogs stood up for her, she might get the next trans person that comes in might get a different reaction from the office because he stood up for her. You feel what I'm saying? So you could be the next trans person that go for that job, that has the confidence to come and say, I know that discrimination is out there, so I'm going to come out. But I'm not worried about it. I'm still going to come out and feel it and be confident and try to get this job because I can do this job. And if I don't get this job, on to the next one. I'm not a failure. It's okay. They just didn't want me. Move on. I think that is the best way to answer my question that I asked earlier. How do you maneuver in a reality as well as a positive belief? It's just about taking that positive belief and facing that fear head on. That's what I feel it is. The human experience that we all have is the basic emotions is the same. When I feel like I'm inadequate because I am a trans person to my significant other, that's the same thing a fat girl feels like when she feels like she's not the ideal beauty for her husband that she's been married to because she's gained weight since when they first met. The same emotion in both of those stories, the same emotion is the same thing. Insecurity, fear, that part of the human experience is the thread that put us all together. She didn't have to be a trans to understand that emotion. I believe that my purpose in life and a lot of trans people's life is to be that thread to show the connection of humanity. We come from a vast history of being respected in the community. The two-spirited people were the healers in certain cultures, in Indian cultures, in many cultures. If you go back and look at the history of transgender people, we come from a space of reverence and respect and connecting people. Because we fit at the intersection of so many different type of lives. Gay, straight, man, woman, whatever. I feel that is our purpose on this earth. We are connecting people. We are allowing our life experiences to show others how to get through difficulties, how to overcome those fears and those beliefs of I can't do it. Because when we become successful and we are one of the marginalized groups in the society, somebody else who is not as marginalized can say, well, if they can do it, I can do it. We are those people that put it together. It's going to be some conflict in getting those people together and see the connection. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be some hurt and some digging deep into the wound to heal it. That's gonna be it. My good friend Lewis Mitchell, he's a trans man, and he put it so eloquently. He was like, we're like staples. You have two separate pieces of paper. You have two separate pieces of paper that you're trying to put together. We are the staples. When you take that staple and say, boom, that staple sticks through this one and it sticks through this one. It tears a little bit, but it puts them together. That tear is gonna hurt. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna change that person. And it's gonna change you. You have to bend to get these together. You know that staple is like this, and then it has to blend to bring them together. So it's gonna change you. You can't be just stiff and not willing to change yourself. If you're trying to change other people, you're going to bend to put these people together. But it's gonna do what your purpose was. You're gonna bring those things together. You feel what I'm saying? He put it so eloquently, and I really love that. I think that is what my belief is for my own life and for a lot of trans people's life. We are at the intersection of so many things that we can bring healing and understanding to genders, races, sexual orientations, whatever. We can bring it there. I think that's my purpose. I think that that is our purpose. That's why we are the gender variation that God put us here. That's what I think. That's what I believe and what I believe about myself and my demographic of people. So my question to you all now is, to you, in a reality of a situation being a marginalized group, whether that is a woman, whether that is African American, whether that is being a gay male or a gay woman, whether that is being trans, whatever marginalized group that you feel you are in, whatever that is, how do you maneuver in the reality of that marginalization and moving forward in your life with positive beliefs? How do you move? How do you maneuver in a place, in this state of being, that both of those need to exist? How do you go forward with that? That is my question to you. Thank you. Me, T.S. Sexy Chanel, and Jahira, I love these ladies, are going to make a weekly thing about this, so their videos will be linked right in this area, as I have done for the past 2 videos. I'm going to do it for the rest. Here you go. Get your life. I love this lady. T.S. Sexy Chanel is like an auntie to me. Jahira, I love hearing her speak. She's so articulate and verbose, and her vocabulary is so vast, and I love it. She just makes me feel like, oh, I'm so proud to be in your family. So, check out their videos. And this is your girl Diamond. Thank you for joining me. Mwah.